Your journey has been unique from the first time you stepped upon this hallowed road, chosen one. Even when the world is quiet, you have a calling that is spoken through your spirit, a divine purpose woven into your very being. This calling is not arbitrary. Rather, it is a divine appointment that links you to the everlasting wisdom and higher rules of the cosmos. You were picked not because you are flawless, but rather because of your incredible strength and unwavering faith, which are hidden beneath your flaws. Your faith is the sword that pierces doubts and worries, and this power is your armor. Your relationship with the divine is a ray of hope and clarity in a world that often seems chaotic and perplexing. It serves as a daily reminder that no outside force, no matter how powerful, can crush your soul or change your course in life. The divine within of you endures no matter what obstacles you face, how illness or adversity strikes. The ability to persevere and keep rising, rooted in the holy knowledge that you are never alone, is the power of being chosen. It is crucial to realize that this trip is a challenge as well as a gift. You may come across subtle assaults intended to cloud your judgment, temptations intended to erode your determination, and challenges intended to test your faith. However, keep in mind that every challenge is a learning experience and a chance to strengthen your divine identity. Throughout this journey, your body, mind, and soul are all interconnected, and what you put into one has a profound impact on the others. This is why it's so important to be mindful of what you eat both physically and spiritually. The divine urges you to revere your vessel, which is a temple that holds your soul's light. Disregarding this fundamental obligation might lead to illness in both your physical and spiritual well-being. Awakened Era extends an invitation to you via this message to rediscover your health as a part of your divine inheritance and to awaken to this beautiful reality. I want you to remain with us through this message. Like this video, subscribe to Awakened Era for more awakening insights, and leave a comment below on how you feel when you connect with your divine purpose, if you're prepared to accept this divine knowledge and guard your sacred vessel. In what ways has your experience influenced the way you relate to your body and spirit? Food, a medium for spiritual transmission. Many of us undervalue the close relationship between spiritual health and the food we eat. Food is a transmitter of energy that strikes a deep chord with your spiritual vibration, in addition to being fuel for your body. Eating meals high in toxins, synthetic chemicals, or negative energy throws off the balance of your inner temple and depletes your aura. Unaware that your food is a major contributor to this spiritual depletion, you may experience feelings of exhaustion, disconnection, or even emotional exhaustion. Foods heavy in sugar, chemical additives, and preservatives have been shown in studies to cause inflammation, upset hormone balance, and affect cognitive performance. Beyond their bodily consequences, however, some foods have vibrational frequencies that may conflict with the frequency of your soul. Think of your body like a well-tuned instrument. Your spiritual energy song will go out of tune if you give it dissonant vibrations. This mismatch may put obstacles in the way of a chosen one's progress, making it more challenging to attain spiritual clarity and manifestation. Conversely, eating foods that are entire, natural, and spiritually charged, such as fresh produce, fruits, and holy herbs, raises your vibrational frequency. These foods feed your body and soul by resonating with purity, life force, and healing energy. Your relationship with the divine is strengthened by this energy nutrition, which makes it easier for you to receive protection and direction. Unknown risks in contemporary food. In fact, a lot of foods that are often seen in restaurants and on store shelves carry unstated risks that go beyond what is listed on nutrition labels. Chemicals used to improve taste, shelf life, or addictiveness are often included in processed meals, fast food, and even certain packaged health foods. However, these substances have the potential to upset the natural equilibrium and spiritual harmony of your body. These compounds, which range from MSG to artificial sweeteners, are subtle spiritual toxins that impair your mental clarity and stifle your divine vitality. Furthermore, pesticides, herbicides, and genetically modified organisms, GMOs, are introduced into our food supply by some contemporary agricultural and food production practices. These factors impede your body's detoxification process and cause a gradual accumulation of toxins, which may show up as spiritual exhaustion or chronic sickness. For those who are sensitive to energy changes, the subtle spiritual cost of eating such foods is extremely real, yet it is seldom spoken. The sacred temple of the body. The body is referred to be a holy temple in many spiritual traditions, where the divine spirit resides. This metaphor serves as a reminder that taking care of our physical appearance is a deep spiritual obligation rather than just a question of health or vanity. You fortify the groundwork for your spiritual abilities to thrive when you treat your body with healthy eating, mindful activity, and tender care. Ignoring your body may lead to imbalances that affect your whole existence, since it contains the divine spark, the essence of your higher self. Your spiritual sensitivity and internal light decrease when stress, negativity, and poisons infiltrate your temple. This might show itself as feeling lost on your spiritual journey, confused, or lacking drive. However, when you value your body, you foster an atmosphere that encourages spiritual revelation, honed intuition, and heightened heavenly protection. Paying close attention to the body's cues is another aspect of this spiritual approach. Pain, hunger, desires, and exhaustion are not only bodily indicators, they are also spiritual signals. They encourage you to slow down and re-establish a connection, cleanse, or make adjustments. Spiritual separation may result from disregarding these indications, which is equivalent to dismissing a divine summons. Spiritual warfare and food. Your trip, Chosen One, is about realizing the conflicts that take place on invisible realms in addition to inner tranquility and personal development. Your everyday food intake is one of the battlegrounds in the very real struggle of spiritual warfare. By poisoning your body with toxic or spiritually disruptive meals, there are systemic and energetic forces working to erode your spiritual barriers. Your vitality, your clarity, and your capacity to bring your divine mission to life are all targets of this unseen fight. Being aware of this struggle makes you more watchful and capable. It's awareness, not paranoia. You give negativity and spiritual exhaustion a stronghold each time you eat food that has low vibrations or harmful ingredients. These foods might cause confusion, worry, and poor energy, which can make it difficult to trust your intuition or receive heavenly instruction. Conversely, meals that support your spiritual journey serve as protective barriers. They strengthen your immune system, improve mental clarity, and safeguard your aura. Whole meals, clear water, and sacred medicines serve as spiritual armor that helps you remain on track and fend off bad energy. Higher laws, cause and effect and vibration. Higher laws, global principles, govern your life as a chosen one, whether you recognize them or not. These include the laws of cause and effect and vibration, which have a direct impact on your spiritual and physical well-being. Your diet has certain vibrational frequencies. Eating foods with a high frequency links your energy with healing, clarity, and wealth. Consuming processed, low vibration, or dead foods lowers your frequency, which invites disease, stagnation, and confusion into your life. In this case, the rule of cause and effect is just as potent. Even apparently little things like what you eat for breakfast have consequences. Fatigue, illness, and emotional instability are the final outcomes of continuously choosing foods that do damage rather than healing. However, when you start making decisions that are in line with divine knowledge, you start to create tremendous results that benefit both your body and your soul. This does not need you to be flawless. Divine grace makes room for development, learning, and evolution. It does, however, imply being mindful and making decisions based on awareness and love rather than habit or emotional response. The cosmos continuously reflects your decisions back to you in your reality, and your body is continually reacting to those decisions. The ability to live in divine harmony increases with your level of awareness. Intuition, your celestial food GPS. Your spiritual GPS, or intuition, is always there to direct you toward the things that will benefit you the most, including the foods you choose to eat. Developing your intuitive skills is a component of your spiritual vocation for many chosen ones. Understanding your body's wisdom when it comes to eating will help you identify which meals make you feel better and which ones make you feel worse. The problem is that a lot of us in the modern world have lost touch with this inner knowledge and often depend on ideas or desires from other sources that are influenced by cultural or emotional conditioning. It takes time, attention, and work to regain this natural connection. Begin by observing your immediate and post-meal feelings in relation to various meals. Do you feel rested and groggy, or invigorated and calm? The input from your body is an invaluable indicator. Additionally, writing, prayer, and meditation may help you develop your inner voice and declutter your mind. You'll discover that you are attracted to meals that respect the demands of your soul as your intuition becomes more acute. It is a sign of self-love and divine obedience to learn to follow your dietary intuition. Whether that means eating plant-based foods, fasting, or traditional spiritual foods from your cultural history. It gives you the strength to defy social influences and commercial trickery, fostering a holy bond with your food. This holy connection enhances your spiritual development in addition to your physical well-being. Spiritual and physical detoxification, maintaining your body as a spiritual temple, and making room for the unrestricted flow of divine energies need detoxification. Your body accumulates physical poisons from stress, pollution, and processed meals, which impair your spiritual sensitivity and mental clarity. You may cleanse your body, expose yourself to higher frequencies, and get rid of these toxins by doing a conscious detox. Detoxing is also vital on a spiritual level. It entails letting go of burdensome emotional baggage, bad mental habits, and limiting beliefs. These internal poisons may prevent you from realizing your full potential and connecting with your divine destiny. Detoxification on both a physical and spiritual level restores life and equilibrium. Consuming detoxifying foods like citrus and leafy greens, drinking filtered water, meditating, and spending time in nature are just a few of the numerous safe and efficient detoxification methods. To improve their detoxification process, some selected individuals additionally include fasting or spiritual cleaning practices. The secret is to pay attention to your body and soul and let them lead you in the direction of what feels good. Detoxification is an ongoing practice of self-care and rejuvenation rather than a one-time occurrence. It's a way to respect your holiness and turn away from anything that stifles your inner light. Detoxing sets you up to attract more heavenly benefits and powerfully and clearly actualize your spiritual purpose. Freedom from emotional consumption. Many people struggle with emotional eating, but for those who are chosen, it has deeper spiritual ramifications. You run the danger of feeding not only your body, but also your anxieties and uncertainties when you eat in reaction to feelings like stress, grief, or boredom. Energy blocks may result from this, impairing your spiritual clarity and your ability to communicate with your higher self. Emotional eating is often an effort to numb unresolved pain or fill a deeper vacuum. Food seldom addresses the underlying reasons of emotional imbalance, even if it might provide momentary solace. This tendency has the potential to develop into a spiritual trap over time, trapping you in cycles of low vibration and restricting beliefs. Compassion and mindfulness are essential for overcoming emotional eating. Investigate the emotions that lead to your eating patterns and look for healthy ways to express your feelings, such as via writing, prayer, or creative endeavors, rather than passing judgment on yourself. You have the special ability to heal these traumas and develop emotional resilience because you are a chosen one. Quiet destroyers of spirituality. Certain meals may seem innocuous, even reassuring. Yet for the selected, they may become quiet deterrents to spiritual advancement. The supernatural often issues warnings via the still knowledge in your heart, rather than by fire or thunder. Your soul is telling you to pay attention if you've ever felt uncomfortable after eating processed meals, sugary snacks, or fast food. These meals have low vibratory energy and often upset the spiritual balance in your body. For instance, eating too many hormone-rich meats, processed foods, or artificial sweeteners might upset your equilibrium. Physical symptoms might include lethargy, bloating, and fogginess. However, your spiritual clarity also starts to wane under the surface. In addition to being harmful, they are spiritually taxing, lowering your frequency and making it more difficult to communicate with the divine. The standards for God's chosen are varied. That does not imply that you are superior to other people. In order to receive the spiritual downloads, divine assignments, and high-frequency insights that are intended for you, your vessel must continue to be clean. To receive, your body has to be in a certain condition, and you obstruct its reception when you are loaded with spiritual pollutants in the form of bad eating. Though subtle, the heavenly warning is genuine. The secret here is awareness, not fear or obsession, but a voice in your spirit that says, "This is not meant for you." You are being asked to rise beyond the ordinary, to put the holy above the practical. Heaven does not approve of every dish that the earth does. Your body, a divine purpose vehicle, your body is more than just your temple if you are a chosen one. It serves your spiritual purpose. It is through this bodily vessel that all dreams, missions, and spiritual gifts flow. Additionally, in order to serve its role, it has to be maintained pure, much like a holy chalice. Being flawless is not the goal of this purity. It all comes down to intentionality. It's deciding what stokes your fire instead of extinguishing it. Will this feed my purpose or poison it? Is the question it poses. Purity is not only physical, it is also emotional and energizing. Just as harmful as junk food may be stress, negativity, and unhealed wounds. Additionally, it turns into a spiritual emergency when coupled. Increasing your water intake, blessing your meals, resisting specific urges, or even fasting while praying are all ways to become more pure. These are not only health-related behaviors, they are holy instruments for bringing your energy back into balance and attracting heavenly harmony. Your perception improves, your spiritual abilities become stronger, and your presence becomes therapeutic to others when your vessel is clean. Fasting, a sacred request. Punishment is not the purpose of fasting. Resetting, re-establishing spiritual harmony, and removing the stalemate between you and your Creator are all part of this divine call. Prophets and spiritually enlightened beings have used fasting since ancient times to deepen their connection to God and cleanse their bodies. The spirit is awakened when the stomach is empty. Clarity flows when all distractions are eliminated. Fasting becomes much more holy in today's culture of continual consuming. It's a statement that your soul governs your body and that your calling, not appetites, governs you. Intermittent fasting, water fasting, or spiritual fasting along with prayer and meditation may all lead to alignment, healing, and revelation. Fasting does more than merely purify your stomach. It calms your spirit. It makes room for inner healing, heavenly dreams, and downloads. During fasts, many chosen ones have described experiencing a profound feeling of serenity, emotional releases, or prophetic dreams. It's no accident. That is realignment's heavenly reward. You're going back to your original frequency. It's a kind of spiritual battle, too. Each time you observe a fast, you destroy obstacles like addictions, anxieties, and confusion and replace them with the power of God. Your spiritual weapons become sharper. You serve as a reminder to the opponent that you are a fighter, not a coward. Your rallying cry is fasting. Food with energetic imprints. Have you ever questioned why? Despite their apparent freshness or healthfulness, certain meals make you feel bloated or nervous. Energetic impressions hold the key. Food embodies the intents of its creators, the energy of the hands that prepare it, and even the environment in which it was produced. Eating food made with fear, greed, or hatred might unknowingly absorb those energy for a selected one. This explains why food served by certain persons or locations might sometimes seem off. Perhaps you've enjoyed a meal and had an inexplicable heaviness or spiritual disturbance afterward. Superstition is not what this is. It's a spiritual truth. Everything is made of energy. Additionally, you start to notice these faint traces more keenly when you are sensitive. Because of this, blessing your food is a spiritual need rather than just a custom. Praying over your food raises its energy and purges any residual energies, in addition to expressing gratitude to the divine. You transform eating into a divine interaction between the cosmos and your vessel. One of the most effective strategies to safeguard your energy is to prepare your own meals with purpose, love, and appreciation. When imbued with optimism, even basic meals may become spiritual nourishment. Steer clear of meals prepared in a hurry, in a state of confusion, or out of rage. It can have vibrations that disturb your tranquility. Plant-based diet and traditional medicine. Eating plants is more than just following a diet. Many selected ones make this decision on a spiritual level. Unaffected by violence or death, plants get their life force energy straight from the sun and the ground. In addition to providing nourishment for your body, eating plant-based foods releases light, purity, and divine knowledge that are found in nature's offerings. There's a reason why plants appeal to so many enlightened spirits. When eaten fresh and at their closest form, fruits and vegetables vibrate at higher frequencies than animal products. These meals awaken, cleanse, and elevate. They enhance mood, build your aura, which is your energy shield, and aid in the discharge of trauma that has been stored. In the past, a lot of prophets and sages who received heavenly downloads ate only plant-based or limited foods. It's because lighter diets allow for more sensitivity, not because meat is intrinsically bad. Eating meals that are heavy and thick may wear you down both physically and spiritually, making it more difficult to experience energy changes and divine whispers. Compassion is also consistent with plant-based diets. Living in peace with other beings is a decision that elevates your spiritual vibration. Love, not survival, starts to pulse through you. More blessings, wisdom, and tranquility are drawn to this frequency. You become a more transparent conduit for heavenly activity. Breaking generational patterns, some of which are ingrained in food, is a part of your spiritual job as a chosen one. A large number of us grew up on comforting but unconscious meals. Although these recipes were lovingly handed down, they also held survival energy, poverty attitudes, and ancestral anguish instead of spiritually liberating sustenance. You're not denying your heritage when you decide to eat differently. They are being redeemed by you. You're leaving the generational responsibilities behind and accepting the good. You have been selected to change the legacy. In food, not simply in money, religion, or health, because culture is embodied in food. Energy is what it is. Spiritual memory is what it is. You are also freeing generations to come when you break those bad dietary habits.